All right, everyone. So I'm back. I went ahead and get stuff together. I also had to talk with my sister, so I kind of took a little longer, so I apologize. But what I went ahead and done was you already know that I did my vegetables, and I also did cheese, so you can see because I'm actually gonna put in the stuffed chicken, and then of course my seasoning and stuff that I use to season the chicken. Now, like I mentioned to you, there was something I do. Um, to help me in regards to the seasoning being done appropriately so that we can get into the meat. So what I have here is the chicken. Now it looks like this because it already has seasoning and everything on it. Alright, what I did was, let me put it down so you can see. If you can tell here, I went ahead and cut slices in there so my seasoning and everything is all inside there. Okay, now what I'm going to do is, as I have the stuff on it, okay. Now always remember to wash your hands after touching meat. All right. So if I'm the reason I'm doing that is because I'm about to touch something dry, and it's gonna be something that people touch often, you know. It's not something that if I touch I could throw it away like that. It's a seasoning, some more seasoning. So as I have, they make it. So as I have the stuff here, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and what I'm gonna put it back in here so I can get everything one time. All right, put this in here, and then just so you can see how it looks inside. Okay, so sprinkle some Italian seasoning in there. Alright, now you want to really make sure you get in there. Alright, now another thing that I do, preferably I like to use olive oil whenever I'm baking anything, because to me the olive oil tends to hold flavor in better. At least that's what I've come to realize instinctively. However, because I don't have no olive oil, we're going to work with what we have, which is vegetable oil, okay? So what I'm going to do is take a drizzle, okay? Kind of like drizzle in there only because I'm using the oil just to kind of hold the outside of it with the seasonings and everything, so that way everything stays on the meat once you put it in the oven. Alright, because you want it to be flavorful and at the same time looking real nice. And also the thing with the oil, it helps when it comes to cooking it, you know, with that, at least that I've noticed, keeping it moist. So I don't necessarily pour it in there inside the pockets I created, but I will pour it around and then put it in there. So I don't want to use too much. Alright. Now here's an alternative way that I believe would work. I haven't tried it, but I really believe it does. Only because, you know, it's the whole idea of keeping that moisture. What you can do if you don't want to put so much oil on the outside of it, what you can do is probably put like the oil, you know, your vegetables and toppings that stuffings that you have put together and chopped up. You can probably put oil on it and mix it all together, so when you stuff it, it has that oil in there, and so that way probably just the inside will be as moist as you want, and the outside. I'm a person that when it comes to chicken, if I'm gonna eat chicken, because like I said, I don't eat meat and stuff, and so I haven't been eating chicken. So what I try to do is periodically, once in a while, eat chicken, but organic chicken. That's the only reason why I don't like meat and stuff. It's got a lot of stuff here in the States is not quite organic, but yes, all the organic stuff is much more expensive. So I'm very particular when it comes to very picky when it comes to what I consume. Beef and stuff I just haven't eaten in a long time, and it's like even if it's organic, I think. Well, I wouldn't say that. I think if I go home, and the reason I say I go home is that I organic, because I think at home is where I was most comfortable eating the meat because it was you saw what it was eating. It was home fed and stuff like that. So because of that, I say that to say that's why I try to have the chicken moist because I don't like chicken or turkey to be. I don't like dry chicken or turkey personally. If it's dry, unless I have to eat it and I have a choice. That's one thing I would be honest and say I have a choice. That'd be the one thing I choose to omit as a food menu choice if it's dry. Turkey and chicken, especially chicken breast. Chicken breast can get quite dry and people don't necessarily agree with me. However, that's my reality. So, sorry, what I'm doing here is now I'm going to go ahead and bring my vegetable, my stuffing bowl in front here. So, I'm doing, I have created a hole in it, if you can see. I created a hole. So, I'm stuffing it now with the topping. I'll mix the toppings together. And then, stuffing, I say topping, but stuffings. Mix it together and then take it and put it in here. Alright? And get, I'll do that. And then I'm going to, I should get it in there first. Okay. And then take some more cheese. Put it in here. Looks like I might have to get some more cheese too. So on the inside, the front of the entrance of the gap looks like this. So I'm gonna go ahead and make sure it's in there because it looks like it's lumping up in one spot, which should take away from the excitement of the whole meal. I guess this is the area. Put a little more veggies. So I'm gonna go ahead and I forgot to do one thing, which is to grab the pan. I'm gonna go ahead and get the pan quickly here, and that way we can put our stuff, our chicken breast in there to get in the oven. So I already went ahead and preheat my oven to 400. I only put it to 400 just because the heat that I wanted to concentrate inside there. I mean, if I put my chicken breast in there, so.
Issues of sexual harassment, how he treats you respectfully.
Will you ask him about the Oprah tape at the hearing?
I haven't decided yet.
Now, some of the folks that see that tape, including Lisa Murkowski of Alaska, she actually told her colleague Tom Bobianco that she had not made a decision on whether or not to support Mr. Putzer's nomination, even after seeing that tape. Some Republicans also on the committee, 3 other ones, are still withholding their support, waiting for him to answer questions. But it is important to note that his ex-wife did send a letter to the committee saying that she regretted her appearance on that Oprah show. She only did it because she wanted to appear as a champion for women's rights, and she wanted to, quote, get a free trip to Chicago. And she's taken back all of those domestic abuse allegations, dropped them, and now calling him a very good man who did not, for the actual domestic abuse case did not actually happen. So they expect all this fraud to have to come forward at the hearing.
So guess what? I almost forgot to add the onions, so I'm gonna cut it up real quick in some slices, and I'm gonna use it to line the pan of the. I'm gonna use the chicken. All right. So in a moment here, just cut it up quick. Remember what I did was I had it in the freezer for the time. So that way it's nice and cold, so when it's time for me to cut it, I won't cry with it. Because onions tend to like to see you cry. But I don't always like to cry. No, I don't. No, I don't. No, I don't. So, let me go ahead and finish putting these onion things in here, onion rings and stuff, and then I'm gonna bring after I finish putting onion rings in the pan, I'm gonna bring it over
someone with Medicare doesn't
Hold on.
pay. So don't wait. Call now and request your free decision.
And thank you all
It could help you
for
find an AARP
being
Medicare
patient.
supplement plan that works for you. These types of plans have no networks, so you get to choose any doctor who accepts Medicare patients.
So,
Rates are
put
competitive,
some top.
and they're the
some
only plans of the
below.
kind endorsed by AARP. Remember, these plans let
Alright,
you
here we go.
apply all year round. So call today, because now's the perfect time to learn more. Go long.
Diggity. What am I missing on this?
For millions of baby boomers, there's a virus out there. A virus that's serious like HIV, but it hasn't been talked about much. A virus that's been almost forgotten. It's hepatitis C. 1 in 30 boomers has Hep C, yet most don't even know it. That's because Hep C can hide in your body silently for years, even decades without symptoms. And it's not tested for routine blood work. If left untreated, Hep C can cause liver damage, even liver cancer. But there's important information for us.
Alright,
The
so
CDC recommends all baby boomers
our pan,
be tested
so y'all can
for
see
all
that
the
fancy looking on the inside, because the fanciness is on the chicken. Alright, so at the end of the day, what's gonna happen here is that we have a tasty looking chicken. So I'm gonna put the chicken inside the pan, one chicken, and then I'm gonna do the same thing for the other chickens. So here's my onions I'm gonna put to the side, alright? Still have onions, rings, so I can put on the chicken when it's done. You understand? So let me put my cheese inside here real quick. And I do apologize if the noise in the background is a little loud. I was watching the news. I don't know if y'all heard what was going on in the news. Apparently, because Trump decided, quote unquote, to have whatever his name is, Flynn or somebody, resign. But some people say the guy resigned his own, or whatever the case may be. It was a bunch of crap, if you ask me. However, the whole thing is that they're saying because of that now, within just 24 hours of that decision being made, and guess who decides to show up? Or act up, I should say. Russia. And so, because of that, apparently what they did was they just said there's been a violation or illegal in comparison to some treaty, peace treaty or whatever they came up with over a decade now, or some more decade old treaty. So I don't know what's going on. And to be honest with you, I could care less. I just trust and believe my Father above, and I only encourage you all to trust and believe in Him, because with what's going on, the world is definitely changing, and you don't want to be in a boat that they make it. So if you want to avoid being in that boat that they make it, and get it together, my brothers and sisters, and understand that love is the answer. When we learn to love ourselves, learn to love one another unconditionally, like the Father asked us to do, then life will be different. But what's important also is understanding the love of the Father for our lives. Not just trying to love one another, but understanding the truth behind His love, which of course you have to ask Him for in order to get full understanding. So that's why I encourage you all still every day to do that, because life is quite different once you let Him lead. You know, the good news is, cheese wise, guess what? I don't have to cut no more cheese, because I have enough cheese here, and enough stuffing as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put it to bake for about 45 minutes, to make sure it really cook thoroughly, because you want the heat to really cook it and the temperatures to reach evenly around, at least at 155 degrees, because because you want to help kill any bacteria creating toxins and stuff like that. So, boom. I got my stuffed chicken breast. Okay. And then my sister went to get me some stuff quick from the store because the idea for the recipe I was telling you guys about the I almost told you all the surprise. The idea for the surprise recipe. Well, you still listen to the chicken. The idea for the surprise recipe, I don't have it, but I want to do it. So she went ahead and figured it out for me from the store quickly here. In the meantime, when I do this, so what I'm actually going to pair this with is rice. Okay. And I'm thinking like a yellow. I did orange last time, but I think I'm gonna do yellow rice because it's more of a I guess I would say a general color for most people because at least growing up we was used to the Spanish rice being orange and stuff, but people are different, so I'm gonna go ahead and do it yellow so you all can see it in a different way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and sit my chicken to the side because I want my stove to really get nice and warm. And when I sit my chicken to the side, you're going to see me start working on the rice. It's a rice spot right here. Alright? So I'm going to put the live video, cut it off a little bit, and then get everything else organized, get my hands washed up and things. Alright?
To notify White House counsel was January 26th.
So,
the president was immediately informed of the situation.
Oh, here it is.
So President Trump had been immediately informed of the situation on January 26th, and yet Flynn remained on the job. Nothing changed until
That's that guy who cannot stand Trump presidency.
reporters and by extension you, the public.
Sorry guys. It's just that sometimes, like some of these videos I be seeing, sometimes it's crazy how, like when it comes to politics, how people respond to it and how just annoyed they are of it. So, but I'm gonna go ahead and put this on pause as well, or I guess, yeah, pause, so I can go ahead and finish all this stuff here, or I guess stop. All right. So, hold on.
Welcome back to Lead Sticking with Politics. Now the White House today insisting that ousted.
All right. So, what I have done here is I went ahead and put together my seasoning. It's actually, I'm doing something based on a tactic my brother showed me a while back when it comes to getting the rice to be colored and stuff. He showed me a tactic. I don't know if you can see me over here. I apologize. I don't know. This will work for both of us today. So let's see. That might work. So, like before, what I used to do was put the rice and stuff, and then put my what you call it, the stuff like the coloring and stuff on top of that after. But my brother he showed me this thing a little too high. What he do is he would put like some of the rice, and then you put that like this stuff here. Let me get this off the fire for a second. I don't want it to be too hot. Let me get a spoon one time.
Should testify before lawmakers about this issue. Do you agree?
So I'm doing this, but what he does is, what I've seen him done was he showed me when he applied some of the color and stuff, and then use it to kind of like stain the rice. So I would eventually apply all this rice here, and then apply this, okay, to kind of get the coloring in there, stain it. So I'm gonna see if I can get this so you can see how it looks. So the way he did it was he didn't put water in it right away. and I've seen it seemed to work well. So he don't put water in it right away. He actually kind of let it burn up. Not necessarily burn, but like singe. So that way the whole color and stuff get in there. So I'm not doing it where the rice is like orange like the last time. I just want to give it a nice hint of color, you know, along with the flavor. And then, so I'll put this a little higher up so it kind of dry up the things. But so you can see here how the how it looks based on what I was saying. What I saw him do was, see, so it kind of get like that, but then you just let it singe up more than I share. And then what I'll do in the meantime when it does that, I'm going to go ahead, in the meantime when it does that, I'm going to go ahead and add 5 to 6 cups of water, because that's technically the amount of rice that I put in there. Well, I put about 5 cups, so obviously I put about 5 cups. Of course, you want to probably put a couple little more extra, so 6 cups is actually good as well.
In 8 years during the Obama administration, I mean, it was a tight ship. Very few leaks came out, and yet during the first few weeks here, it seemed like every day there's some new leak. So certainly, if I were president and I had a huge group of people working around me at the White House, I'd want to ensure that I set up some system to keep that from happening.
Tomorrow you're holding a hearing to look at efforts to end modern-day slavery worldwide. I think there are probably some Americans watching right now.
I always remember one thing about rice. You never want to put too much water. It's always easy to remove to add water than it is to remove water. So even though I measured it, I'm still gonna put it you know, one at a time. And then also as a reminder, so for the chicken, after I prepared it and put it in a pan to put it in the oven, before I actually put it in the oven, what I did was I put some foil paper over it, so that heat can stay in there. And then what I'm gonna do is I had it at 400 for I would say about 10-ish minutes, 10, 12 minutes, and then I'm dropping it down to 350, 330, because we might have the foil paper, so the foil paper is going to help keep some of the moisture in, so it's actually not going to, it shouldn't dry it up so fast, but at least you get the heat to the chicken fast enough, so that way it won't take as long to cook. Now, well, I'm not going to put no more water. The level of water is good. And it's, I can always add water, but you can't take water. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it to cook. Let's see here. I'll leave it for now like this. There's something else to do. I'm going to probably do to show you in a while. In the meantime, what I'm going to do in the meantime, alright, is since I have my rice going, I have my chicken in the oven, and I'm waiting on my sister to bring the ingredients back. What I'm going to do in the meantime is I'm going to go ahead and put these videos on pause and get my dishes washed, get my person as I cook. There you go. As I cook, I like to clean, so I don't like to cook and you know, leave the mess for too long. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and wash this stuff and get everything straightened up. So at least when my sister comes with other ingredients for what I'm about to work on, I have a nice, you know, working environment. So see y'all in a little bit. This is the dessert that I mentioned about to you guys earlier. I don't have the video of making it, but I'll definitely do one so y'all can see it for yourself. You know, see how I did it. It's pretty good. I would say that the one thing I realized that I did was I put a little too much butter in the crust. I second guessed myself, so the chocolate glaze is supposed to help. So hope you'll enjoy, and Blessings and love.